up, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniela and in this video I'm going to do a little library book haul. The first book I'm going to show you is The Immortalized by Chloe Benjamin. I heard about this book only a few weeks ago in someone's video. I don't remember who it was, but it sounded really intriguing because it's about 4 siblings who found out when they were going to die. I like going into books knowing almost nothing, so when I heard that, that was kind of enough for me to be interested in reading this, and I thought that it was young adult and I thought that there were going to be some maybe magical elements or stuff like that, but it's actually literary fiction. I like to read literary fiction, but I was kind of underwhelmed by this book. Next book I have already read is A Man Called Eyre by Frederick Beckman. This is my second Frederick Beckman book. The first one was Brittany Was Here, and at first I thought that this one wasn't that good, but it really grew on me. It was a slow read, but the final part was really good and I ended up giving it 4 stars. Next I got Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. This would be a reread because I read this book a long time ago and I read it only in Czech, so this would be my first time reading it in English, and it would be part of the project to read 5 books. I gave 5 stars more than 5 years ago, and I have reread only 1 book this year that I gave 5 stars, so I don't think that this goal is going to happen, but I can read at least this one. I loved Jane Eyre when I first read it. I gave it 5 stars, so hopefully I will enjoy it the second time as well. Next I have Sophie's Choice, and this has been on my TBR forever, and it's one of the books I want to read this year because it's on my top 12 books to read in 2018. But I'm kind of hesitant to go into it because it's a historical fiction about World War II, and I know it's going to be depressing and horrific, so yeah, but I really want to read it, so wish me luck. To mix things up, I have Divergent by Veronica Roth. I've never read this book, and yeah, I want to read it because it's so popular and I want to have my own opinion on it, and all I know is that it's a young adult dystopian and there are some fractions in the world, and I think that the main character doesn't belong in any of them, I think. And I know that a lot of people hate the last book or one of the books, so yeah, this should be interesting. Next young adult book I got is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabata Here, and this is a young adult high fantasy, and all I know about this is that Hannah from A Clover Reader loves this, so I want to read it, and I heard her talking about it, but I don't remember much about it. I think it's about 2 siblings and they want to take some revenge and they have to save each other, and apparently there is a good romance. I haven't read much high fantasy and I like to read about magical systems and stuff like that, but what keeps me interested is usually politics and romance. And you know, I love the ACOTAR series, but we all know that it has a lot of problems and flaws, so I really want to find some high fantasy series that is actually good. Next book I got is Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. I don't like to read the synopsis because it's usually way too spoilery for me, but the blurb says that it's a deep, broad, addictive history of a Korean family in Japan. So that sounds interesting. The cover is very beautiful and yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. Next book is The Color of B. Larkham's Murder by Sarah J. Harris. I only got this book because it looked brand new and it was in English, which in my library basically means that you have won the lottery, so from what I gathered it's about a boy who has synesthesia, which means that he can see colors in sounds, and there's a murder and apparently nobody believes him, which kind of reminds me of The Woman in the Window, but I think this one is young adult. And I haven't heard anyone talking about it, so I really don't know what to expect. I also got the first volume of Fullmetal Alchemist by Hiromu Arakawa, because I have heard a lot of people talk about this comic book series, and I haven't read any manga, so I want to try it. And the last book of this library book haul is Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, and I actually got this for my boyfriend because it's in Czech, and this has been also on my TBR forever. but I don't want to read it in Czech, and he's currently reading it and he's very enjoying it. It's about the London Underground, and there are some monsters, or are there? I don't know. Yeah, so maybe someday I will read it too. So that's all for this haul. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!